Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Tish from Life as Tish, and I am sharing with you some information about our 750 credit plan and the secrets behind it. And I know that most of you all have seen my posts from what I've been doing and have asked me, what are you doing to increase your credit score? Why are you sending out letters? I want to know some more information about that. So I'm actually going to share with you some information so you can know what to expect, what things look like, and how we can help you raise the score and get rid of those things on your report. So now this is a DIY credit repair. This is not something that you pay other people to do for you, not knowing what the status of everything is. You have control over everything, and we all know how important credit is, and this is the time to really turn it around. We want to get people financially stable that they can start living out their dreams and stop worrying about calls from debt collectors or getting letters from debt collectors. So if you're ready to do this, then we have the tools that will actually take you through a step-by-step process. So as far as with the credit reports, a lot of people really wonder, they don't know how long things stay on their credit. The fact is, if it's on there, it's going to be on there for a long time, point blank, right? And so you see here a list of things and how long they are on your credit report, and that is a long time. I mean, if you look at like where will you be in 7 years, or what do you plan on doing in 7 years or 10 years? How will this affect your plans for the future? So we basically are looking at a minimum of 7 years based on the chart that we have right here. So this information stays with you for a while, which is so important, on while we want to help you get that fixed right away. Okay, so when you look at it, credit is made up of so many things. People just think that it's late payments. It's so much more than that. And here's a chart of how the FICO score works. And so you have your amounts owed and your payment history, and that counts for 65%. So yes, it is important, but it's not everything. So it's just a whole lot more that has to do with it. You have your 10% of new credit, 15% of the length of your credit history. They say that, they would trust people that have more of a credit history than someone that doesn't have a credit history and has a good score. So length of credit history does definitely play a role in that. And then also your credit mix. So if that's something where you have revolving accounts or installment accounts, it shows that you're a worthy person. You kind of get your hands all into everything. So those types of things can impact your score in regards to how they are calculated in there. So the question is, how's your credit? And I know that a lot of us are like, I can't tell you what it is. I don't know, because I'm too scared. I know I was too scared to look at my credit report. It just felt like somebody was just going to pop my balloon whenever I looked at it. I was like, as long as I don't know, it's fine. Like, I have a number in my head. That's my dream credit score, but in reality, it can be something different. But if you don't know where you are, you can't also see where you're going. So you don't know what type of improvements you need to make, what's negative, and what you need to do to move forward with everything in regards to that. So first step is we show you how to request your credit report. And yes, you can go through the different sites if you want to. That's absolutely fine. But here's, of course, is a website that we use, annualcreditreport.com, where each year you can get your credit report from the 3 credit bureaus for free. So each year, so they keep track of that for you. And of course, you get Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. So that way you can know what is reported to each of the 3 companies for that. Okay, so the next step is, once you know that, you want to monitor. You want to see your score move. You want to see things improve. You want to see things taken off, and that's where the monitoring comes into play, because it'll show you very quickly what's happening. You don't have to go searching. You don't have to go to 3 different places to see where your score is. And so that's why it's good to have a monitoring somewhere. Good thing about it is, with the 750 program, this is something that you can correlate with your credit repair yourself, and it'll all be in one place, so you don't have to worry about it. So when you look at the credit reports, you definitely want to check out for errors. Man, I checked mine. I had an address that was wrong. They had a telephone number out of Mexico and out of New York. So that I had to find that. I'm like, I was never at these places. Things get reported incorrectly, so you definitely want to make sure that there are no errors on your report. And in the 3rd step, there is a program that shows you exactly how to rank these specific items with your bankruptcy, foreclosure, repos, loan defaults, court judgment, collections, past due payments, late payments, credit inquiries. They show you how to rank it. And when I tell you, when I used the program, it was wonderful. I can just look at it and know what I needed to dispute, what was number 1 on the list, what I needed to go ahead and do. Right? So that is helpful and stuff, instead of going through these big old reports, because I know my Equifax report, it's very detailed, and flipping through 60 pages was horrendous. But after I flipped through it once, I didn't have to flip through it again. So it made it very easy for me to pull this up, see what I needed to dispute, the account number, date was sent, all of that. So it's very important that you look for any errors, especially if there's maybe something, if you have a loan default on your credit report, but you never got that type of loan. That is very important. You never know what's on there. So help you identify what's on your report so those can be corrected for you. So the next step, in step 4, letters. This is the big thing. This is what you saw me sending out, were the letters. So first letter you send out is the verification letter. That's the letter I just recently sent out, just saying, hey, I need you to tell me how you verified this. Okay, so I need you to take it off. If you can't verify it, take it off. So that was what I recently sent out. So now I am writing your response. If they say, hey, this is a valid debt, then I will be moving on to method number 2, which is a method of verification. You need to tell me how you got this information. And it's my right to know exactly how you got it. They have to prove this to you. And so violation of FCRA rights, they'll go through that, explain that through. In step 4, saying, hey, you need to comply with me. You're not moving fast enough. You better give me an answer. And then of course, step 4 is intent to litigate, where you can learn to send this letter to let them know, if you're not doing this properly, then I will be suing you. Okay, so this is the intent to litigate letter. Now, if everything is alright and it's a debt and they've given you all the verification, everything that's needed, there's a goodwill letter in there, and then also a pay for delete letter. And even doing that will assist you in helping with your credit repair. So, mail credit repair letters. So, man, when I learned about online disputes, it blew my mind. I'm like, seriously, that's what you do? Yeah, avoid online disputes. You get in it and they will tell you why to avoid that. Send via certified mail. I did that. Get the return receipt. It was basically about $7 a letter. That was for me, for Virginia to go to Georgia, Texas. So went to Atlanta, Georgia, went to Allen, Texas, and then Chester, Pennsylvania. So it was about $7 a piece for it to go. So I mean, what's $21? If that's going to help my credit score in the end. But you definitely want to keep all documentation. The people in the post office will help you put on the right stickers, but you make sure you get those forms and then allows them 30 to 45 days to investigate. And like I said, keep good records. Make sure that everything is fully documented. Alright, so reduce your credit utilization. Step 6. Go through this. Like, what do we need to do to reduce the credit? How can we reduce debt? What goes on? So, like I said, pay down credit card debt. Income shifting strategy, which is amazing. Let me tell you, it is wonderful. And also our debt elimination software. That's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Like, oh my gosh, like, have you ever seen anything that will give you a step-by-step playbook? It's literally a playbook for your finances. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. And you can see how all of that is going to play out in reaching your goals, which is so helpful. It gives you just a straight line, like, hey, this is what you can expect, and you can expect it based on the information you put in. Wonderful, priceless, absolutely amazing. So as far as with creating new credit history, that's, thing is, we want to get you to where you take care of the old stuff first, right? We want to make sure that you get that done. That will allow you to be able to get new lines of credit to boost your score. So we're focusing on getting rid of the old stuff before we move into the new. But in the training, there is a actual module that talks about getting new ways to boost your scores and making that number grow, and be able to help you save some money for you when you want to actually be able to go to buy something and you're not worried about your credit score at all. So like I said, in module 7 is talking about rebuilding your credit and the different ways that you can rebuild your credit. And that right here is talking about that in regards to different cards that can be used, or different types of loans, mixtures of things. And it's just a way to basically start from square one. It's like, if I knew this before, I wouldn't have been in this predicament. But sometimes you have to learn the hard way in order to move forward and be able to know what to expect later on. So disputes, like it says, it takes a moment. Okay, it does take a moment. It's not something that's going to change overnight. It took a while for that history to build up, so it's going to take a moment for it to be, reviewed and disputed. So definitely don't give up. People go through that. I've seen go through first letters and just stop. There's like, it's not worth it. It's just too much work. But do all you can, because it's going to be worth it. And so there's always the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. There's always credit attorneys. Things to keep in mind in case it does get to that fourth letter. Remember, that fourth letter was intent to litigate. So, different ways. But just work with it. It's going to take a moment, but it's all going to be for your good. So, just a summation of everything. So you want to make sure that you want to build your credit while you're disputing it. So you just don't want to just leave it alone and just wait. So there may be some little things that are on your credit report. Take care of those things while you're doing this, so that can be knocked off in the meantime. Talks about not removing all the negatives, because that does something that shows your length of credit history. So you don't want to remove all of them. Just find out what's important, what's most damaging based on the software that they give you to figure out what to challenge. And pay current debts on time. So it's like, now you have this mindset, I'm going to pay it and make sure that I don't get caught up in missing any payments on that. And like I said, just keep looking at it. It'll eventually move. Just keep monitoring. Credit will improve over time. People expect for it to jump from 350 to 750 in 2 weeks, and that's just not it. Okay? Let's just be honest. Alright? So, Smart Money Kit. This is what we call the Smart Money Kit. So, you get step-by-step repair videos. You get your 4 rounds of templates for your letters to dispute everything. Information about reestablishing your credit. income shifting strategy, which is amazing, minimizing expense tools, debt elimination tools, and investment calculator. Now, this says one-time payment of $99.95. Trust and believe me, I got the deal that you do not have to pay $99.95 for this. I got the deal where you can pay $34.95 to try it out. 30 days. 30 days. If you are not satisfied with this within 30 days, you holler at me, or y'all will send you a gift card of like $20, just as a little something to recoup that. But I'm gonna tell you, once you get into the system, it's amazing. So it's $34.95 to try it for 30 days. If you would like to extend it, then it's $34.95 per month, but you get so much more information and so many more goodies involved in that. I'm gonna tell you, it's amazing. So I'm just going to read this from June Collier. It says, as overwhelming as the credit repair process might seem, it's easier than it looks. It is also well worth whatever effort it takes to get your credit back on track. The sooner you start, the sooner it's done. So why not start right now? We know that credit is king, and some of our dreams are held back because our credit is not exactly where we need to be. So why not start today on getting your dreams to work for you? What is it that you want to do, and you know that if they pull your credit today, it's a good chance that you may not get it, or either if you get it, it's going to be a very high interest rate. Wouldn't it be something to work on, get it high, that you would pay a low interest rate and you don't have to worry about it? Like, man, like if your car breaks down today, if that engine blows up today, would you be able to walk into the dealership and know that you're going to walk out with a good deal with your credit? What is it? It is absolutely time to get started today. It's something that I'll be more than happy to get you going. And so that's what I wanted to let you know about our credit repair. So it's DIY. Like I said, I've done it. I just mailed off these letters. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens, but I also want to help people in the process. So I have this information available to start when you're ready. You can message me, you can leave a comment, or you can call me. Actually have a number on my page, so you can reach out to me if you would like. That's what we do. That's what we do to help people get money back in their pocket, and so much more. Well, I appreciate your time. I hope that you enjoy this. I hope you learned something from this first and foremost, and I look forward to helping you make your dreams become a reality. Once again, this is Tish, and you all have a great night.